14-7 lead at the intermission for North Carolina State. 165 pounds. Hunter Garvin, he had that incredible run last year at Nationals, 14-6. He takes on Derek Fields, 12-8 record. Fields, a top 30 wrestler for NC State. Fields, the redshirt junior out of Brunswick, Ohio. 4th year in Raleigh, 2nd year in that starting lineup for Pat Papalizio. He has faced really a difficult schedule. In fact, Papalizio told us one of the more difficult schedules of any of his wrestlers this year. He had a stretch of 4 losses to top 8 guys. He gets another tough customer in Hunter Garvin tonight, ranked 13th, redshirt sophomore out of Iowa City, Iowa. Garvin loves those upper body tie-ups, and you saw him immediately try to get that 2-on-1 established.
The game plan against Hunter is to withstand his first period. He comes at you. He's going to throw a lot at you. But then if you get beyond that, he starts to slow down. That's the book. He can change the narrative really, really quickly. But as I've seen enough of him, you got to just withstand that first period.
Out of the fingers. Hey, guys, out of the fingers.
Talked about that run that Garvin had last year in Kansas City. Abbas was a freshman All-American back in 21. Well, Garvin became the 3rd Stanford freshman to All-American last year as he placed 6th at 165 pounds, and he entered that tournament as the 20 seed.
As we're seeing right now, Hunter Garvin does a little things that just a little, I'm not going to say non-traditional, but just things you don't see as often, while Derek Fields is more traditional.
Out of the fingers, guys. Out of the fingers. Stop.
Stanford was able to pry Garvin out of the clutches of the state of Iowa. He was a talented wrestler in high school at Iowa City West, right there in University of Iowa country, and close ties in the state of Iowa. Really wasn't expecting to hit Stanford, but he took a trip out there and he said everything just fell into place real quickly. He loved it, loved the atmosphere, knew some of the guys that he was competing with, and he made that decision. And he talked about how his family really did not get the opportunity to see him wrestle a lot in person until he made it to Kansas City, and boy, did he put on a show. Well, guess what? This year they had trips to not just Iowa City and the Hawkeyes, but they went to Ames as well and wrestled Iowa State, so he was feeling right at home back in the Hawkeye State.
I tell you what, I mean, if you're from Iowa, Sean, and an Iowa winter versus a Stanford winter, I think I might consider wrestling out on the farm too.
Not a bad choice.
Watch the throw. There's the throw by. Now he's got to bring it to the mat. He's got to keep his feet in. Good defense there. An action call.
Yeah, not too many wrestlers slip out of that exchange from Garvin, but that's what Derek Fields was able to do. No damage inflicted.
.30 seconds left. Garvin has been more the aggressor in his first period. I think he's got to set up a string of attacks.
He's right back onto that arm. Short time in this first period. One last shot, the reshot there by Fields, and you see the quickness there by Garvin. Doesn't have a lot of time to finish, and he cannot as time expires. A late burst from Hunter Garvin, a little bit of blood as well, and scoreless after this first period. Garvin headlining the pack in the ACC, his first trek through the Atlantic Coast Conference, 13th in the country. Nick Hamilton is the reigning champ at this weight in the ACC from Virginia. You see Fields in at 28. I thought it was interesting, Rock. What did Chris Ayers tell us when we chatted with him earlier this week? That Hunter Garvin had FOMO, a little fear of missing out, and he actually had to have him back off wrestling a little bit. He just wrestled so much last year when you look at the Greco World Trials, the Pan Ams, even involved in some beach wrestling.
I didn't know the beach part, but goodness. the people that often do well in this sport are people that's enjoying it. And when you wrestle this much, it's because you enjoy it. You just enjoy the competition. And good coaches know that.
Stop. No, still. Come on.
Stall call because the fingers were locked. And good coaches know that, look, I know you love wrestling, but you got to give your body some time to recover.
I had to go quickly into the Rock Harrison acronym definition vocabulary book for FOMO. I had to find out what that all meant. You quickly provided me with the details.
Well, thank you.
Minute 10 to go in the second period. Oh, good. Quick low shot there by Fields. Really the first time he has stepped on the gas offensively.
And that is Greco right there. He's doing a chest wrap, putting his hands right in there. A good job by Fields to slide up through the middle. So now Fields has to pick a side, and he's picked a leg. He's going to hook it. At this point, he's going to use his left hand to push that knee away. Watch that left hand right there. He's going to push that knee up and get his head out. And at this point, Garvin is doing a good job. Looks like a takedown there. Still got a chest lock. There's a takedown. Yep. We talk about efficiency. It was Garvin throughout the whole first period, shooting and getting his close. Fields takes one shot. He takes one shot, and he picks a leg and uses his left hand to push that away. Watch that left hand. He's going to try and push it up, and then he's going to lock around the body, and that's when the takedown occurs. 3-0, or 4-0 now.
Hayden Hidley in that Stanford corner talking with Hunter Garvin. This is our first men's lacrosse game of the season. It's happening right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Number 7 Virginia hosts Richmond. Coverage begins tomorrow morning, 11:30 Eastern, right here on the ACC Network. That time of the year, a lot of the sports crossing over one another. And speaking of Hidleys, there is Mr. Trent Hidley in the house.
He still looks like a fearsome guy.
Saw him competing recently over in Albania, competing for Team USA as he pursues his Olympic dream. Four-time ACC champion. All right, period number 2 resumes. 20 seconds to go.
And Fields knew exactly to get out of that. He felt, as you said before, the upper body to Greco said, no, I want no parts of this.
Garvin, one of those guys, he can put you feet to back in a hurry. But a very strongly executed game plan from Derek Fields so far through the first 5 minutes.
Watch him reach over to the underhook, and when Fields felt it, he said, let me get out of this. No. Because he knew that that's what the background of Hunter Garvin. This is crazy. I mean, Hunter Garvin has really been the aggressor. I would expect at least one stall call by now.
Oh, up into the air, high velocity return. Fields looking to defend his home turf, trying to pull off the upset here. Oh, that was crafty by Garvin as he spun around for the reversal.
Switch, got some space, got around, and now he's got to make some decisions. Are we going to try to ride or let him go?
Riding time not a factor in this match. He's just going to let him go. So a 5-3 lead. Again, this era of the three-point takedown. Garvin, who had some near misses offensively, a takedown away from regaining that lead. Taking territory right now, Fields is going to try to, or at least try to recircle and get back into the center.
And Fields is using the out of bounds. Now he finally gets back to the center, but using the out of bounds just to be careful. So Hunter Garvin has got to continue to keep the pressure forward.
Change of level there from Garvin, cut off effectively by Fields. Now Fields comes in with a shot of his own, and slipping away as Garvin reshot.
Garvin, he's keeping pressure moving forward. I think he's doing enough to earn at least one stall call. There it is. A little intervention right here. Is that going to be enough? He's got to flatten his hips out. Garvin's got to flatten his hips out. He's got to lower his hips, Looks like a situation. There's 3 takedown. Is that enough? We got short time left. Short time, 6'5". 6'5". He's going under. Head. He's going to stay tight. Put the legs in. Illegal hold there. Illegal hold. He's got to stay in. Illegal hold. Illegal hold. What happened was he had the leg in, and it looks like he went for a back strip. Now, we got to see that. My thought is that he had the leg in, and the other leg touched another leg before anybody hit the mat. I didn't see it, but that's what I believe.
Challenge brick has come in from the Stanford corner, and Chris Ayers as he gets the explanation from Patrick Frank and Jim Rivello as they discuss it.
So the leg is in. No, we didn't see it at that point.
So Patrick Frank coming over as we take another look at it, and we're going to get an idea as what they're going to take a look at to see explicitly what this challenge is going to be all about.
So the challenge is that one leg was in, and then the other leg that was not in touched the other leg, and that would be an illegal hold. So in wrestling, when someone is standing, one leg can be hooked in. That other leg has to stay on the mat, or it cannot touch any of his opponent's other leg. If that leg that's in and then the other leg touches any other leg, that's an illegal hold. That's what they're looking for right now. So if we can go to the replay, it's the left leg that looks to be in for Garvin. Did the right leg touch any of Derek Fields? So we just missed it when he did it. So if we go back just a little further, it's that right leg that's in. So they're standing up, looking for that right leg in. No, you know what? I think he got confused. He got confused with the other leg.
Yes.
He got confused with that other leg. So look at it. That left leg's in. That's that right leg. That is the leg of Derek Fields. That's not illegal. His right foot is still on the mat. They got to waive that. They've got to waive that. You saw it.
The right foot of Garvin was planted.
Stayed on the mat.
It was.
It stayed on the mat. So the referee got confused with what leg came up. So he said, another leg came up, let me stop it. Unless I said that, they got to waive that. So the leg is in. That right leg stays on the mat. Stays on it. That is not an illegal call. Illegal hold.
Keep in mind, with these reviews, our officials are looking at the same camera angles that you are at home. Now, they can have their own independent fast forward, rewind as they take multiple looks, but those are the angles that they are taking a look at on this all-important call. Now, keep in mind, the mat call was an illegal hold and one, which means we're heading to overtime, but as Rock alluded, he believes this call will be overturned and that illegal hold taken away, which would give Stanford the 1-point win with Hunter Garvin.
And the good thing about Garvin, he kept wrestling, because not only do they look at that, they don't look at the whole situation. So that left leg is in, and then that right foot stayed on the mat. The referee thinks, I think they got a call now.
So it's as we thought, the explanation, and you're going to hear a pretty sour note here from this Reynolds Coliseum crowd, but the right call made.
The right call was made, because that foot did not come off the mat. That's great confidence and good job by the officials. Look, that left leg, watch the left leg of Garvin in. That right foot, you see when he get confused? He thought that foot was Garvin's. It was not. It was Derek Fields. Illegal hold, no sir, but good job by Garvin to keep wrestling.
Garvin wins for Stanford as they keep their opportunities still alive.